We're at the first church in Roxbury site. It's site of the current 1804 church, but there's been a church here since the 1630s. And from previous archaeological surveys, we know there's been a native site here that goes back at least several thousand years. So we're doing what's called a phase one, which is a bunch of small test pits all throughout the property, just to find out where things are, where the early churches are, if there's more native artifacts here, before the Universal Unitarianist Urban Ministry does a new landscape and driveway project. So we're doing the dig to see if there's anything in the way. One of the more interesting parts about it is that even though it's been used actively for 400 years, it's only being used as a church, so there's not a lot of activities happening. It's never been plowed, so the soils here are really intact, and essentially it's the same dirt that people have been walking on for thousands of years. With all the rain we've been getting, the soil is kind of like digging through wet peanut butter, which isn't very fun and very fast, and our artifacts are super tiny on this site, and so we have to screen and screen and screen and then look really carefully. Every artifact that we're finding on this site is a native flake, and flakes are pieces of rock that break off while people are making a stone tool. The only evidence we have right now for age of this site is that we have not found a single piece of native pottery anywhere on the property. We haven't found a lot of flakes either, but the lack of pottery means that it was before pottery was invented. That around here happened about 3,000 years ago, so we can say that the site probably is at least 3,000 years old. What we'd really love to find is a spear point or an arrowhead or something that would actually allow us to date it, but so far we've only got these flakes. So this is a native flake. It's of unknown age right now. So this is also a flake. Very tiny, but it has the exact same thing that the big flake had. Just one of these flakes makes a native site. So if we find one, then we know there's a native site where we are. So we're adding a new piece of Boston's history to Roxbury by finding this site archaeologically.